Good morning, Dr. Ramo.
Good morning.
The R in TRW stands for your last name, Ramo.
That's true.
You were born in 1913, about 100 years ago.
A little bit over 100 years ago.
Maybe we could go back to the very beginning for you.
I went to General Electric Research Labs. General Electric was the largest company in the world in matters of electricity. They let me do whatever I wanted to. But I decided I would try to see if I couldn't figure out ways to create electricity at extremely high frequency. 60 cycles, that's power. 1,000,000 cycles, that's radio. And you go another 10 or 100 times and you get FM. And you go another 10 times, television. Go another 10 times. Well, you're not going to go another 10 times because you don't know how to produce high frequency. Higher than that, you call it heat. And higher than that, you call it light. But as I started to produce extremely high frequency, it was discovered that I better be put under wraps and not allowed to talk about what I was doing because it was basic to something called radar. I had a big stream of wonderful patents for General Electric, all of which had been patented by the British. They had their noses right up against the possibility of German airplanes. Of course, we came together. All of my assistants, my team, we were all given up the proper clearances. The other thing was a race against the Soviet Union for the intercontinental ballistic missile, which we were able to place ahead of the Russians.
Are you still under some sort of security clearance, some level of security clearance?
Yes, despite my age. One of the things that we were going to be headed for is a revolution in retailing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Some car, huh, folks?
People deserving credit so they could make use of their credit standing to do their purchasing. A lot more buying would go on if people could use a card. What in the world do you need cash for? Why would you monkey around with this hocus pocus of a number of different sized bills? One of the things that was happening was information handling was becoming more and more important. Being able to handle a huge amount of information, find it, store it, process it, to change its form and nature so that you can use it to make decisions that can improve your operation. Now, everybody said, stay away from this side. If I were you, I would leave this alone. Why should I let it sit there and the cashless society take place and get nothing out of it? The financial backers, the Thompson, the T part of TRW, they finally decided, Si, you're so sure about this, you're smart enough you'll find out that you're wrong early. What the hell? So I had the company behind me, against their will. But I said, there's no problem. Within a very short time, they're going to find that they're looking at something of the order of $500 million.
We've intruded upon you a couple of times recently. During that period of time, I don't know if you've had a chance to glance at what Experian looks like today.
I have an impression that you're doing well. And I have the impression also that you've had to do a number of things that involve originality. I mean, they're not things I could have easily predicted.
You would recognize a lot of science that is still very much a core part of the company. Now I know where that came from. Dr. Simon Ramo, thank you so much for your time today.
Well, thank you for coming.